So today's session is about a very interesting topic, or rather, that is the just like DN1, Brahmajala Sutta, MN1. These are the only two suttas you have to learn in your life. Nothing more. There's no need for study of 84,000 suttas or anything like that. Just these two suttas will give you complete walk around of what is Buddha Dhamma and how different it is when compared to any other Dhamma. When we take Upanishad, when we take Vedanta, when we take Islam, when we take Christianity, when we take Hebrew, when we take so many other ways of looking at life and the reality, Buddha Dhamma stands out in these two sutta. One is about the view, and the other one is about how things are, not how things are perceived. So the one we did as DN1, which is Brahmajala Sutta, was about the views, what one gets. Now the what we are taking is about how one considers manyana. It's all about manyana. And when you consider, you create a concept. It's just concept. It's like oil on water. Both are liquid. But oil doesn't get inside water, nor the water gets inside the oil. It seems as though they both are connected. It seems. Okay? It just seems. Water over oil. One example. Second example, you have water in a bucket and then you put it you keep it in the sun, and then the sun will fall on water, giving a perception as though sun is inside the water or the moon is inside the water. If it is a moon night and you keep the water and you can see brilliant moon shining in the water, giving a false perception that it is real. So Mulapariyaya Sutta talks about this amazing phenomenon. And he covers 24, and the last one is Nibbana. Okay, and going behind Nibbana is again a mirage. I want to enter into Nibbana is a mirage. I will get Nibbana is a mirage. I will strive towards Nibbana is a mirage. Just like oil on water. No matter how much the oil struggles to get inside water, it will float. How much ever the water would like to take sun or moon, it cannot win. It can never happen. Yep, it seems as though water has sun. It seems as though the moon has been captivated by a bucket full of water. It seems. So, anyone who goes behind Nibbana is as a fool as one who is not going towards Nibbana. They both are perceptions, they both are mirage. Nibbana is the biggest mirage. You cannot enter into Nibbana. You cannot get into Nibbana. You cannot say, I am in Nibbana. There's nothing called in Nibbana. I experience Nibbana. You can't experience any stuff like that. There is no experiencer. There is no experience. There is no vijnana in Nibbana, for all that matters. There is no I to experience there. So Buddha refutes a claim by his own bhikkhus that they want to enter into Nibbana. And he says that's the 24th madness. Okay? So Mulapariyaya Sutta gives us a complete exposition of everything that you need to know. And it is divided in 4 parts. First part is the worldling. It defines what is Puttujjhana. Jana means person, people. Puttu means a childlike person. And from there comes Putta, son. Okay. Childlike, going behind some toys. Oh, my wife. It's a toy, right? So you pull out the wife and he is terrible. You pull out the son, he's terrible. You pull out the house, he's terrible. You pull out the job from him, terrible. You pull out anything from him, and death pulls out everything, every given thing. There's no given. That's the thing. Like yesterday in the Hindi session, all were silent because I brought in death and nobody likes to die. But they want Nibbana. How can Nibbana happen without dying? You have to die the eyes. You have to die the ears, the nose, the tongue, the body, and the mind. If they are alive, no Nibbana. So, Mula means root. Pari, exposition. Pariyaya, detailed exposition. Mulapariyaya Sutta. Su is good. Atta is self. That which can make self more knowledgeable. So Pariyaya, Buddha used this word Pariyaya. It means discourse, it means exposition, it means elaboration, it means explanation, whatever way we can take it in English. So Pariyaya, Mulapariyaya, divides into 4 parts. Mula, exposition on Puttu, child person, childlike, one who is crying all the time. I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, like that forever. This, that, this, that, this, that. Oh, you know what? My husband is not good. My wife is not good. My children are no good. My this is not good, and that is good, and this is not good. I will make it good. I will make that good, etc. Is a child who has lost its mind. Yep. So, maximum people whom you find in this world are childlike, whose mind has unfortunately has not developed, and neither it will develop. So when you see a Puttujjhana, don't do anything to him or her because they are child, they are children. So what will you do with the child? You have to be compassionate with the child if you are not the child. If you are a parent, you know you are not the child, but the child is going to bring in variety of things in front of you for its approval. And if you keep on giving it to the child doesn't know what to do with it. So you have to be stern on some things and you have to be giving on some things because the child doesn't know. Okay? Putta is son. Puttu means childlike. Bala is again childlike. Pandita, one who has surpass child life and stops childlike, acting like a child. So we might see people with big bodies, big bellies, and big things, but that doesn't make them an adult. The body has reached adulthood, maybe it has reached old age, but their childlike mind is still childlike, possessing this and possessing that, and agreeing with this and agreeing with that. That's all. So the first type, what Buddha exposes, provides an exposition, is on Puttujjhana. And that hit many of his bhikkhus. It was a slap on them because they were thinking they are not Puttujjhana. Then there were people who were Sekha, who were proud of their achievement, as in Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and that was another slap for them on they can't relax. So this is the second kind. Third kind, Arhat. They were thinking that they have done everything, which is true. But then the Buddha says, what you have done is excellent, but not like me. So he gives what is Tathagata. This is the only sutta where four types of individuals are indicated. Okay? And this is the only sutta, like what Bobby has asked this question. Why didn't they enjoy? Why didn't they approve Buddha's words? Which otherwise, in the end, it says Abhinandati. They were delighted with what Buddha said. This is the only sutta in the entire Sutta Pitaka where they don't enjoy what Buddha said, because for all of them it was a slap, a tight slap. Just do it. Don't come and show your powers or kind of show off like a child. Okay? And that's the reason this sutta is very important as Digha Nikaya 1, Brahmajala Sutta. If one doesn't understand Brahmajala Sutta, he cannot get into Anagami stage. If one doesn't get into understand the essence of Majjhima Nikaya 1, this one, Mulapariyaya Sutta, no Anagami state. So how do we know somebody is an Anagami or not? Is their way of working out on DN1 and MN1. Nothing more to talk about. And if somebody is an Arhat, he has completely understood both of them. An Arhat. He has made that into his experience practice. And that's the line of differentiation between an Anagami Sekha and a Sekha who is an Arhat. Okay. So, when we start on this Mulapariyaya Sutta, we need to understand many things there. One, he starts with Sanya, Sanjanati. Okay, as if I could go through that sutta, they would say Patavim, Patavito, like that. Okay, I'll just take that for a second and we'll go from there. I'll read out so it becomes easy for you. Okay, wait for a second. Patavim patavito sannitva patavim manyati pataviya manyati patavito manyati patavim meti manyati patavim abhinandati. 6 of them. These are the 6 way of identification by anyone unless he is an arhat. Now, how this manyana happens? Mannitva, sanjitva, sanya. How did that happen? So I was talking to Bobby yesterday. Okay? So I was showing him, if you hold your hand this with this, what do you perceive? What do you feel? So I will say I'm feeling hot or cold or wet or something, and I'm feeling this is my hand. The feeling of my hand is the perception, and the touch here is the feeling. Okay. He had a confusion regarding Pottabba and Assa. There is a huge difference, not just a difference. Huge. What's the difference? Pottabba means just a touch. I'm touching, body is touching the chair. There's a feeling of touch. That is coming from Vijnana. Kayancha paticcha pottabbecha uppajjati kaya Vijnanam. So there is an experience of sitting on the chair as opposed to sitting on the floor, as opposed to sitting on a bed, as opposed to sitting anywhere. So the grade of touch differs based upon the floor or the bed or the chair or something. So the Vijnana comes in that way. But these 3 things coming together is phassa, contact, has got nothing to do with touch. So when this and this comes together and a Vijnana arises, then if there is removal of this, the Vijnana departs. That's phassa. And the root word of this is pus, to connect. Just like you connect a plug to a socket. In the same way, there is a connection between the object and the subject. The subject is the body, object is the touch. The subject is the eyes, and the object is the form. Subject is the ear, and the object is the sound. And when they come in contact, they are contacted by consciousness, not otherwise. So when you're hearing my voice, it's just the voice, but then the consciousness brings in vilas for you because it is his voice. Okay? Because it's his voice. Now, what do you do with his voice? I don't know. So, you need to understand that the touch experience is different than the contact. So, we are not talking about touch. We are talking about contact. You have got nothing to do with touch. Okay? Presently. When we come to Dhita, Sutta, Mutta, Vinyata, then we come to all of this. Right now, our first step of understanding is contact. Assa. From the root pus means contacted. Okay, any questions from anyone before we go further? All good. Then comes with. Root word with is to feel. Feel as what? Anything. If you know the object, the feeling is good. If you don't know the object, feeling is neutral. If you don't like the object, then there is hatred, dislike. So you get three feelings. A neutral feeling because you don't know the object, pleasant feeling because you like the object, an unpleasant feeling because you dislike that object. Now, how did it come to be? It came to be because of the contact. Who created the contact? The consciousness created the contact, which within brackets you can put as you, Y-O-U, you, or I created that contact, not E-Y-E, I as a person. So I will create the way I want to create. Nobody can come against it because that's the way I'm seeing it. If I'm seeing it, that's the way I'm hearing it. That's the way I'm tasting it. That's the way I'm smelling it. That's the way I'm touching it. That's the way I'm thinking. Okay? So we covered about with, root word with. These are can be called in English as emotions. In Indian languages, bhavana, not the Pali bhavana. Bhavana means meditation, but here we are talking about a basic emotion, which is bhavana. So you show your emotions, that feeling, that what feel makes a dent on the consciousness, a kind of touchy feeling. A touchy feeling makes a dent on the surface of the consciousness, which we call it as a conscious experience, and that is perception. So you just put a something there to come back, just like a person going on a trail. He makes a mark using a chalk or a stone or something, and then he says, I've marked it, so that when he wants to come back, he can come back looking at those symbols. Now the feeling is removed by perception. It doesn't feel anything as long as the perception is there. So that's the reason it's called as Nitya Sanya. It's there. So if he goes 100 times on the trail, he knows to come back. Unless they cut off the tree. Otherwise, he has gone in the woods and he has marked it. He has put the mile marker, just like on the road. As many times as you drive in your country, in India, wherever, the road doesn't change. It stays. So what you do, you put a symbol, a marker, and say, this is so and so drive. This is so and so avenue. This is so and so place. So that you don't have to feel anything now. Perception will have everything. So I just have to perceive. And now I get into manyana, consideration, taking it up. Yeah, Brisbane. Don't have to search. Coordinates are there, latitude, longitude. It doesn't change. The grid, north, south, east, west. I found out it's not going to change. The ships which are sailing on the seas, They have a compass. It doesn't change. So you get into a Nitya Sanya. Nitya means eternal, always existing, which is true. You've flown to India, you want to go back to Australia. You try searching for Australia again? No, just book a flight and you land in Brisbane. Will you search for your house? Will Bobby ever search for his home in Brisbane? Oh, you know what? I came to Brisbane, I don't know where my house is. He's staying there for donkey's years now. So he knows every road. It's not anything. He just takes his bag and then he has his car or takes a cab and back home. But does he know the earth has turned round and round and round and round in that time that is not his house? He will say, you've gone mad. I left this house on so and so date and I'm back on so and so date. And he sees his wife, Merin, standing there, ready to leave to work. So Merin has not changed in any way. She is exactly like what she was when he left her. And she has got two children and they are also there in the same way. So that's how the worldling takes everything to be eternal. No matter if he is understood learning Buddha Dhamma, but deep within, he knows that the house is exactly the same as it was when he left. His car is in the exactly same place as he had left. His office is in the same place. His road is in the same place. The streets have not changed. That's it. Now the governor of that area would like to rename the place. Only then it becomes anicca. Or the municipal corporation felt this name is irrelevant for this place. So they named that road something else. But there are some protests happening and then they accept to it and then name is changed. And then only he says, formerly it was known as so and so name, now it is known as so and so name. And that becomes Nitya. I will still say formerly. And after some time, I stop using the word formerly. I will then use whatever the name has been given. Miami Beach. Where is Miami? It's on the board. Florida state. That never changed from the time it was named Florida in somewhere in 1700s. It's never changed. Even though the Atlantic Ocean has gone through various changes, but then Florida has been Florida. Come to the California side, the Pacific has undergone so much of changes and who cares? California has existed. It has all the cities around it. If you see 1870s San Francisco and then if you see San Francisco today, there are two things apart, but I'll say this got developed. So San Francisco has remained the same. Only the buildings have changed or something has changed, but San Francisco has remained exactly as it was. Just like I, Naveen and Sachin, we went in search of Savatthi, thinking that we are getting the same Sravasti or Savatthi as what Buddha says, Ananda says, Jetavana, Anatha Pindikasa Arame. So we go there with the Manyana, considering that is exactly the place where Buddha was sitting and giving discourses. So, indeed, what these people have done is they have made one tree, a random tree, which they call it as a Bodhi, and they have put here Buddha was expounding to the bhikkhus. Okay, it was a laughter filled excitement for me. I was telling Naveen and Sachin, will you ever find Savasti? No way. Will you ever find Jitavana? It's your imagination and nothing else. A weird imagination, not even just an imagination, that you ever went to Savasti. And we went there and we went around the area where Angulimala cave, where he used to kill people for his finger. And as expected, they put a board. Here is where Angulimala used to sit and cut the fingers and kill his people, kill the people who come. Okay, great, excellent. So in the same way, if you go to any area, you'll find some hilarious thing like this because of Puttujjhana, childlike. So then we go to Bodh Gaya because that's where Buddha sat. So I was watching the first time I went with Lasanta. He's a devoted person. For him, Bodh Gaya means God. And then people search for that leaf. People trees are here everywhere. You don't have to go to Bodh Gaya to collect a leaf. And I, Aryu, and Shreyas and Ashutosh, we had gone there. People collect leaves. As soon as it is fall from down, the people jump to take it. Puttujjhana. Simple, straight, honest. If the person is going behind that leaf, is already created manyana because of the perception that that is sacred, because of the feeling, because of the phassa, contact. So he already made a story. Papancha has been created. So in his papancha, he goes and lands to take that leaf as though there is something he's going to get out of it. What he could have done by going to Bodh Gaya is to sit at a one place without distraction and try to see within himself. This is Pathavi Dhatu. This is Apo Dhatu. This is Tejo Dhatu. This is Vayu Dhatu. This is Akasa Dhatu. This is Vijnana Dhatu. Instead, what he did is to collect some leaves and he will put it in a nice foil so that it doesn't bend and brings it to his country or his city and makes one nice place holder to keep. And he writes on that, was in Bodh Gaya on so and so date, and keeps it in the front so that he can always keep on relishing it. Nandati. So how much craving he has, just take that, throw it down, and then you can see the child crying crazy. Nothing in this world can satisfy him because it broke in his heart. He's not dissatisfied with what has happened. but it broke his heart. That object got broken in the heart, not outside. The child held it inside. So Puttujjhana, jhana means person, people who are child, small child. So they take everything in there. It's mine. Dhamma is mine. I am the Dhamma. I know the Dhamma. From there onwards, everything. You can't do anything to them. Even though they are following Buddha Dhamma, you can't do anything because they are children. Still coming under the category of Puttujjhana, unless they are proven wrong to Sotapanna. Well, you know what? I go temple, the monastery twice in a day. Okay. Puttujjhana, thank you. Thanks that you informed me. You know what? I go to the church twice in a day. Okay. I go to the temple twice in a day. I do mosque to worship. I say 5 times a day. Okay. No difference. Anyone who keeps this view, I am doing it, is a Puttujjhana. Because he has not understood the Khanda. The Buddha says, one who has not seen the Arya or has not got in touch with Arya or has not understood the Arya are all Puttujjhana. Okay. You look within yourself and see, do you hold that view that I'm doing puja, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going to this monastery, I ensure that this is done and that is done. If you have such a view, you are no less than a Puttujjhana. So Sotapanna is still way longer, but you are on the path. You are on a Saddhanusari. You are following the path of a Saddha, faith. You got into faith, but still not created an experience for you. Keep walking. You might become a Sotapanna before death. You just have to walk like that. No matter, you will get it. Okay? You be a Saddhanusari. But you are at present, if you were to be asked, what is your status? Married, unmarried, like that. I can say I am a Puttujjhana because I have not had any experience so far. Okay. Now there are characteristics of a Puttujjhana which we are going to go through these 24 things. That's the characteristics of a Puttujjhana. Because he's just a Puttujjhana. Nothing more. He might know all the suttas by heart. It doesn't make any difference of being called as a Puttujjhana. And this was a tightest slap on the bhikkhu because they were thinking they know it and Buddha squashed it. One shot. And hence, the end, the bhikkhus did not like what they heard because they were shocked. My God, what I thought and what he's saying. Am I hearing it right? And Buddha would just smile. He says, you're a Puttujjhana. So many of us come in the category of a Puttujjhana, and we have to see within ourselves, are we Puttujjhana or not? There are 24 characteristics of a Puttujjhana, and we will go through all the 24 of them, one by one, in detail, and you have to check within yourself whether you hold that view And if yes, you are way, way, way far away from Sotapanna. Okay? If not, you are already Sotapanna, but not yet into Sakadagami. And there is a way to find out whether you are Sakadagami or not. And if yes, you are a Sakadagami, but not reached Anagami. And there's a way out to find you're an Anagami and then whether you have reached Arhat. There's a way to find out. And there's a way to find out whether you're an Arhat or not. Yeah. So it touches all the topics from Puttujjhana to Tekha to Arhat to Tathagat in four distinct ways. It's a most profound Dhamma. Dhamma not in the object creation, Dhamma as in the teaching. It's extremely deep. No other sutta can match this except for Mahanidana Sutta, which is DN 15, and Mahaparinibbana Sutta, DN 16. These are the only two other suttas which can match the depth of Mulapariyaya Sutta. The first sutta to be learned is Diganikaya 1, Brahmajala Sutta. And immediately, if you are a serious practitioner, you would get into Mulapariyaya Sutta. So I just now covered what is Mula, Pariyaya and all that, and this Asa, Vedana and all of that, right? So then we come into Sanya, Samgnya, Sanskrit, Sanya. San means togetherness, Nya is to know. Know it in one way where you don't lose it. So what I do, I make this body as Bobby. I make that body as Ariu. Like that. So will you forget it? No. You keep on saying that name. You say Bobby, hey Bobby, hey Bobby, hey Bobby, hey Ariu, hey Ariu, 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 Ariu. It becomes eternal. Samgnya, Sanya. In English, perception. You perceive. You make a symbol, a dot, like I said, on a trail, so that you come back. So when a person is called Bobby, is going to turn back. So the consciousness is going to turn back. Every time the Bobby name is said, consciousness turns back. Every time the Ariu name is said, the consciousness turns back. So the body turns back, but I see person turning back, which is a mirage. Who called and who turned? The body did not turn, but the consciousness turned the body. I say Bobby was going. I say, hey Bobby, wait. So it stops and turns back. And what it does, the consciousness there, Vilas, how are you? How come you here? Hey Bobby, how come you're here? And this is Papancha already. It's already started. So, Chakuncha Paticha Rupecha Upajiti Chakku Vinyanam Tinna Sangati Passo Passa Pacha Vedana Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati Yam Sanjanati Tam Vitaketi Yam Vitaketi Tam Papancheti. We have come till here. Like this. Yam Papancheti Tato Tam Nidana Purisa Papancha Sanya Sankha Samudacharanti Atita Anagata Pachuppannesu Chakku Vinyanesu Rupesu, the Madhupindika Sutta. What has happened? A Puttujjhana called another Puttujjhana by the name, and that person took it to be true, not realizing the body is turned back. There is no person there. And if he was a Sotapanna, he can know this. If a Sakadagami, he would know it even more intensely. If as an Anagami, he wouldn't really consider. No Manyana. So you see the difference between Sotapanna and an Anagami and a Sotapanna and a Puttujjhana and a Sotapanna, Puttujjhana and a Sakadagami. In the case of Puttujjhana, they both react the same. In the case of a Puttujjhana calling a Sotapanna, he sees that 5 aggregates coming and going. If it is an Anagami, a Sakadagami, he doesn't possess any of these 5 aggregates. If it's an Anagami, there is no Raga and Dvesha at all in that name what is called. Okay. So, a Puttujjhana will react, Bobby, how are you? Oh, yeah, what happened? This happened, that happened, all that happened, and all along with that. So basically, we understood the Sanya. Then there is volition, Chetana. It's from the root word Chit. Chit is to do. To do. Through conscious willing. So there is an intention to use the consciousness to make it happen. Chit. Cheteti. So Buddha uses a lot of this word Chetayati. Then the one we need to understand now is Man. Jnana. Manyana. Man is considering to conceptualize or recalling. So, to conceptualize, first I need to create an idea. There's an idea. Idea is coming from Chetana. And this idea is coming from Phassa to Vedana to Sanya. Okay? And then we have come to Chetana. Now, an idea gets formed. What is this item? An idea is what is required. And that idea has an hypothesis. You have to put something on that. What's called as? Can you tell me what is called? This is called as so and so. Okay, I see. How do you explain this? That's the concept. So idea can never live as an idea. You require a design. So hypothesis has a design. You just make a design. It's a mental construct, but still a design. You design it. So idea comes into a design stage. And the design, once it is created, it goes through approval so that everybody agrees to it, to call that particular thing in a particular way. So when the child is born, is removed from the womb, the parents talk to everyone what we should name. An idea is formed. How? When the child is removed out, you look at the genitals and you see, there is a penis, means male. There is no penis, means female. It's a concept. To create a concept, you had an idea. Somebody gave that idea or you brought your own idea. Okay? And since the parent knows that this is female and this is male, the perception is already formed. So when the child comes out, you don't guess what it is unless it has both the genitals. It's called intersexual because now both genitals are there. We don't know what to do. The child has come out with both the genitals. So what we should name now? Should we name it as he or should we name it as she? Now then only it comes back, it goes back to passa stage. But now you don't know. So you are hunting for information because there is no symbolization. There's no symbol. You can't see what it is. So these parents are now stuck with the child just come out of the mother's womb with two genitals. Should we name it as a male? We don't know. Will it develop itself into male? Should we name it as a female so that it develops itself into female? So let's say after a lot of consultation, they arrive at a conclusion, and that conclusion is manyana, which is concept. Okay. Now, from henceforth, if the child was named Julie versus John, and the mother felt it is Julie and the father felt John, and they both went to the church, and the priest said, I think this will be a beautiful female child, name it Julie. And the father has said it. That is not this father who brought it, the father in the church. So the father has christened it as Julie. And the holy water is given to the child. It's a concept, fair, but it is true. A baby is born given holy water. Fine. So now henceforth, you don't have to guess the child. You can straight away call it as Julie. Now that is manyana. So then the very first time, me and mine, it is created. It's our child instantaneously because it's christened. So that's your child, my child. All along, till the delivery happened, there was no my child. Yes, there's some child which is growing. It was a limited perception, limited feeling, limited conceptualization. Now it is my child. It's mine because it came out from my stomach, right? And you are its father. It's mine. It's my child. Okay, it has got two genitals. So I asked the doctor what to do. And then the doctor says, let it cross 5-6 year old and then we will do some rectification. And like your husband said, you can name it John if the penis develops. Or let it be Julie if female genitals develops. Okay? The mother is happy that it is Julie. The father would be happy if it is John. So we will take this more on John and Julie case when we meet next. So first let's this much understand. So we cover till manyana. Then comes upadana. Upa means near. Da means to take. Root word da means to take. Upa is near. Take it near. Take everything to your heart. Padana. And the last thing we need to understand is papancha. Panch means to multiply. Papancha, pa whenever added will extend it, means big one. Panidhi, panidhi. Like that. There is another one. Pasam, pasam, pasambhaya, sambhaya, pa dash sambhaya. Sambhaya means calm. Pa means complete, complete calmness. Yes, pamoda. Moda is joy. Pamoda is complete joy. Wherever you add pa, it becomes complete. Okay. Now we are in this thing. Pa pancha. Humch is the word. Humch means to spread out. Papancha, papancha, fully manifested. Bigger one, very big. Story making. Okay, and then parinya, parinya is to know. Aparinya, not knowing. So a Puttujjhana, when the child came out of the stomach, and it was named Julie, does not know the origin at all. He thinks the child is mine. It's my child. It's my road. It's my house. It's my computer. It's my car. It's my wife. It's my this. It's my that. My is child. Maybe a 60-year-old, doesn't matter. Maybe a 90-year-old, doesn't matter. Maybe a 100-year-old, doesn't matter. A puttu is a puttu. Putta, son. Puttu, child. So first, reflect whether you are a puttu or not. If you take everything seriously in life, it's yours. You are in the Buddha Dhamma, which is good. You can expect sometime later you will become a Sotapanna in this very life. If you are not one, if you were to strive, if you have already done that and you have possessiveness, it means you are a Sotapanna, yet to be a Sakadagami. If you have given up possession and then you are not having that much Kamachanda Vyapada, so then you are a Sakadagami. If nothing entices you when you go on the road or wherever, see a woman, see this, see that, or see a car, see whatever, doesn't entice you at all, it means you are an anagami. The very reason that the puttu is gone completely. So limited puttu in Sotapanna, lesser puttu in Sakadagami, no puttu at all in Anagami. Okay. So I think that's it for today. We'll take this day after tomorrow. Tomorrow not possible, so we'll meet day after. Anyone, any questions before we end? I spoke for 1 full hour without giving anyone any chance to speak. And all of them are silent.
Namaste, sir. It was an excellent class, sir. Yes, we are listening. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Rupa.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್?
Which last sentence?
ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋತಾಪನ್ನ, ಸಕದಾಗಾಮಿ, ಅನಾಗಾಮಿದು ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದ ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್?
It's like this. A puttu is a child. If little bit of child nature is there, is a sotapanna. Very little is there, is a sakadagami. No child at all is an anagami. Meaning, he acts like a child, sometimes is a sotapanna. There is no possessive nature in the child. Like, some children will just give up. They say, okay, take it. He is a sakadagami. And even if a $1 million were to be put in his hand, he's watching like this. Or
no reaction.
He's been given citizenship by President of America in front of millions of people sitting and clapping, and he's been garlanded or given the best of the award. Nobel Peace Prize goes to so and so person, and he's so humble, and he doesn't even react to it. He just sits as though it is for someone.
Not excited.
Not excited. He is an anagami. He has around 20 articles in his name. Hundreds of books have been written about him. He has 20 mansions maybe in downtown California or somewhere in Los Angeles or in many places, or in India, Australia, New Zealand. Each of the government have given him permission to come and stay as long as he wants. Even then, he is not attached to it. He is a anagami. Because nothing of this entices him. Nothing of this excites him.
Materialistic thing never.
Not materialistic, nothing. No thing.
Nothing.
No thing which will get into the kama loka is there. So he doesn't feel anything. It doesn't mean that if somebody is giving him, he'll say, no, take it away. I am an anagami. No, it comes, it goes. Just like you eat food.
Okay, no accept, no reject. Nothing.
Exactly. He is equanimous to all kind of material things. That doesn't mean that he will not look at the house. That doesn't mean that he will not have laptops or computer or whatever, or even the money or whatever he has. But he has no pull towards them. He is a anagami, non-returner. And I also forgot to tell you, he has been given some 300 women, beautiful women. Enjoy. He says, what should I do with this shit?
Okay.
And they're really beautiful. 2 eyes are insufficient. Then he would say, take this eye also and go away. I have no problem.
Okay.
That's an anagami.
Okay.
If this were given to Sotapanna, he would love it. Because there's a childlike in him.
Yes.
If you give it to the Sakadagami, he will think, is it worth it? Worth the pain. If it's an anagami, he will say, take it. No, take it, sir.
Okay.
No, you take it. I have no problem. No, we'll just keep here and go. Okay, if you want me to be caretaker, I can take care of it. Otherwise, take it.
Okay. At Sakadagami level, he thinks Whether shall I keep it or not?
Yes.
Okay, but
Should I take?
anagami level,
No, no,
it is
no. Take it.
no,
Should I
no.
keep it or not? Meaning, should I take it inside or not?
Okay, okay.
Anagami doesn't take it inside at all. It's all outside.
Oh, outside only. Okay, 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 sir.
So outside he is married. Outside he has children. Outside he has a house. Outside he has everything. Inside it's empty.
No attachment.
Okay, Shreyas, best of
Okay,
luck for
sir.
you for today. Today and tomorrow.
What visa?
Yeah, he is on a H1B. So this one, Mulapariyaya, will open up his eyes on the visa. He's going to have his visa.
Thank you.
It kind of has because the journey has already started. I'm currently in a stay which is basically a 3 BHK and I'm all alone in one room. So that's already like the ayatanas being empty. So the journey has already started from yesterday itself.
Wait, you're already in the States, United States?
No, he's not in the
No, no,
United
no.
States. He's in Hyderabad. Today he's his 10-finger stuff, and tomorrow 10:30 is his interview.
Interview.
What?
So he should be in Chicago next year.
So the question
Okay,
I wanted to ask was,
Thank you, sir. Thank
Sure.
you.
Sure. Yes.
so all of this is because of Hassa and nothing more, nothing
Yes.
else.
So Buddha says, cut the contact. That's it. You're done. No cutting no cutting of Vedana, no cutting of Tanha, all of that. You get all of that because of the contact. Because electricity is flowing. Cut the electric wires. Just cut it. Separate it out. Over.
So this is what an arhat is able to do all the times in all the postures and all the senses.
That is why it is called as Sampajanakari.
Right.
No contact. Nothing can contact. So the
So-
Mara is removed.
So what has the Buddha done then? Like, so he has gone one step behind and removed the source of the contact.
Wait, we will do it when the Tathagata comes. We are still in Puttujjhana. See, today I could not even finish Puttujjhana. We are yet to come to Sekha, then we go to Arhat, then we come to Tathagata. So it's going to be, I think by the time I finish Mulapariyaya Sutta, I myself will be in San Francisco.
Yeah,
It would
that's
be
possible.
not less than 1.5 months from today, we would have completed Mulapariyaya Sutta. It's 45 days from today. I'm not joking. It's going to be 45 full days. Before
Based on the
you,
explanation,
yeah,
based
before
on
you
whatever said in the
even say,
introduction, it makes sense.
yeah, before you even say, I understood Mulapariyaya Sutta. Otherwise, if you read, it is just hardly what? 10 minutes? पटवीं पटवितो मन्यते पटवी मा मन्नि पटवी ते मन्नि मन्नि पटवी नामा अभिनंदति then again apo tejo
Same for
vayu
everything. Yeah.
bhuta desh deva prajapati brahma abhasara, like that nibbana. Did you read Mulapariyaya Sutta? Yes sir, I read it. Beautiful. How much days did you take? What days sir? I just took 1 hour. Now how I read it. Is it? Excellent. You're a master. 1 hour. Mulapariyaya. It's 45 days minimum. If I were to even explore, go into detail, it will be not less than 2 months. My pessimistic argument is 90 days, and most likely it is going to be 45 days. And optimistically, if you could understand it, it is 30 days, not less. If we meet every day without break, because Patavi itself is going to take 10 days for me, and there are 24 of them. Yes, sir.
I think Sutta Central should have a feature of removing the pe and just make everything expanded. That will be a much better read and
Yeah,
understand.
and I really dislike all translations when they make pay, because they think it is repeating. No, there's nothing repeating. Yeah, Bobby, sorry, you had raised a hand.
Subhalaji, that's why I was just wondering, all the words now you told, you're explaining, that is not there in the sutta actually, right?
Yes.
Prabanja, all this, but I have not seen that, So I was just looking for the words, but I couldn't find it.
No, that is
Yeah.
all. Those are all required. Papancha is in that Madhupindika Sutta, but
Yes,
then
yes.
that is required here because that is how you create the world.
So you are basically preparing us for this, understanding this.
Yeah, I have given you a preamble of what to, or a walkthrough of this sutta. And therefore, tomorrow when we meet, we continue till the walkthrough only. You are not going to walk to Pathavi as yet. Because then the working is we have to work out on the Pathavi ourselves. See, first thing, Pathavi Sanyitva. That's all I'm going to talk about. We have to go to Sanya, how you perceive earth. That will take 10 days. That you will never find in the sutta. So, like I said, by the time I finish this, minimum, that is today is 19th of November, I will be in San Francisco by then. If at all I finish, I doubt, but even if I say yes, I would be in front of RU and yet not yet completed. Nibbana is not less than 15-20 days. That one, just that, what is explained there. I mean, we are talking every day, 1 hour of talking. Otherwise, one full day, if you spend, you will understand.
I think Bhikkhu Bodhi has written his notes, he has the fuller treatment of this important and difficult sutta. He has written a full book on it.
Yeah, no worries. It's a very difficult sutta. I agree with it. It's very important also. I agree 100% with Bhikkhu Bodhi that it's the most important, and also it's so deep, not possible with a normal comprehension at all. You just can't comprehend.
I think after, and I don't know whether it is relevant, I also read that these bhikkhus whom Buddha was talking, like later on they all become arahants with a small sutta, like just telling Buddha's quality, Godama Sutta. That's what the notes written here. I don't know.
Whatever, in this sutta, they were unhappy. That's all.
Yeah.
Whether through some other sutta they became arhat or not, that is secondary. But in this particular sutta, when it was said, none take it. Because they had some manyan or the other. And the one shot. Oh. Understood? Yes, Bhante. Yes, Shreyas.
Okay, so since it's going to be like 45 days at least, right? So instead of it just being a theory, what should we do before
No,
coming to
that
the
is the
call in the
whole
morning?
thing. No. That is the whole thing about we are going to do it together.
Okay.
That's the reason I said it is 45 days. If it was theory, why it will take 45 days? What is there to be a
Yeah.
theory of 45 days or 60 days even? We have to work it out.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Then when we know that we have worked out, I'll go to Apo. Then we go to Tejo. Then we go to Vayu. Then we go to what is Bhuta. Then we go to Deva. Then we go to Pajapati. Then we go to Brahma. Then we go to Abhasara, Subhankhina, like that. Yes. Mrityunjay.
Sir, this papancha, can it be something like overthinking on that also?
No, sir. If you are Mrityunjay and you are aware you are Mrityunjay, you are in Prapancha.
Manyana?
Anyana means you consider.
Okay.
You created a concept. You are a Kannada speaking person. You created a concept of Kannada.
Accepted.
And you have accepted that I am a Kannadiga. Just like Bobby is a Malayalam person. And some other person is something like Aryu is Chinese. This is Manyana. And the other people who are sitting here, like Meenakshi and Archana and all of them, they are Maharashtrian. If you were to ask them, are you Maharashtrian? And they will have a Manyana. Yes, I am Maharashtrian. Excellent, Puttujjhana. Good luck to you.
Sir, Manena is also Sanskara.
What's that?
Manena is also kind of Sankhara.
No. Manyana will create Sankharas, but Manyana by itself is not Sankhara.
Okay.
There is yes.
So, to have this manyana, the role of perception is very much there, no sir, in that?
Yes, without perception, what Manyana will you have? What is the Manyana you're going to have without perception? Correct or not? See what it says. Patavim patavito sannitva patavim manyati. That means after the sanya has happened, then you are doing a Manyana. So Kannada itva Kannada manyati.
So, in this line, there is something called, sir, this Vipallasa, where we call it as Sanya Vipallasa. Because of that Sanya Vipallasa, will it affect anything?
Sir, don't bring Abhidhamma subjects in this.
Okay.
Sanya Vipallasa, Chitta Vipallasa, all that Vipallasa, we don't have to bring it here and confuse ourselves.
Okay.
In Sanskrit, it is Vipariyasa, and in Pali, it is Vipallasa. In English, distortion.
Yes, distortion. That is the main thing.
So we are always distorted. If you think Mrityunjay, you are Mrityunjay, you are in Sanya Vipallasa. Because you already accepted to it. Yeah, Archana.
Namo Buddhaya, sir.
Namo Buddhaya.
Sir, I have joined today. This is my first joining.
Okay.
I've got some of the ideas. I'm not that what I said. I'm studying Buddhism, but I'm not that deep. How much you have telling today? But here about cutting, you said no. We have to cut the contact.
Yes.
And we don't have to cut Vedana or cut Sarai. That I don't understand how to cut the contact.
No, you will know it after 60 days from today.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So there's a long time to go. If I am alive and you are also alive, then we will do it in 60 days time.
Yes, sir. Because Vipassi people say we have to cut Sankhara. Some people say we have to cut Vipassi people say we have to cut Vedana. Some people say Sankhara.
See, this is the problem. Vipassi has become VRI.
Yes. They say we have to cut Vedana.
Yes. So now this is the problem.
Yeah, everywhere the difference is there. Some difference is there.
So don't worry. Whatever is the difference, Keep the difference aside. Keep it. Let there be difference. If I am alive and you are alive, we are going to do it in 60 days from today.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
No worries.
Because these doubt always come in my mind. Some people say this, some people say that, and that what, where should I to cut like that.
Don't worry, we will cut it, or you will learn how to cut it.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Yes, Kamala ji.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಿವಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾವನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಾರಿ ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಡ್ಗಳು, ಶಬ್ದಗಳು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಸಂವರ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆನಂದವಾಗಿದೆ. ಪದಗಳೇ ಇಷ್ಟು ಆನಂದವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅಂತೂ ಒಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು, ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ.
Agli. Okay, she is very happy. She has said a lot of things. I don't want to explain back in whichever language. I will just leave it back to her, whatever she. Okay, any questions before we end? Or shall we end? And we are not meeting tomorrow. I will also message in the group. We are not meeting. Meeting day after. Wednesday. Oh, sorry. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday.
Namo Buddhaya sir.
Thursday. We're meeting on Thursday.
Namo Buddhaya sir.
Hanji. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, will you share the video of today's this
Yes,
session?
absolutely. This will be recorded. This is recorded and this will be shared.
Okay, in the same group, huh?
The same group.
Right, sir. Right.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, although I have attended a few sessions of yours, but it is really nice going. All what I feel overjoyed, or not overjoyed, but I feel something has touched my heart. Thank you, sir. Thanks for all the discourses.
No worries.
It is a nice experience.
No worries. Okay. All good then? Sure? No more questions? Okay. Fine then. Good day, good night, good evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
bye-bye.